On November 12, Archangel Michael aligned you with someone who will elevate your purpose. Watch who arrives. Your circle is being redesigned. My radiant soul, listen closely, for this message carries the vibration of divine timing. Archangel Michael has whispered across the realms, and his words are thundering through the spirit. On November 12, a divine alignment has already been set in motion. Something sacred is about to unfold, not by coincidence, but by heavenly orchestration. You are being positioned beside someone who will elevate your purpose beyond anything you've imagined. Have you noticed lately people drifting away, circles reshaping, doors closing? It's not rejection, my beloved. It's redirection. Archangel Michael is clearing the atmosphere around you, removing the voices that weakened your fire, and drawing in the ones who will multiply your divine light. You're not losing, you're being redesigned for destiny. Heaven has marked this season as a realignment of destiny partner. The one who's about to appear in your life will not come with noise but with peace. Their energy will feel like home. They will not compete with your light. They will protect it, nurture it, and awaken what has been sleeping inside you. This is a holy connection, written before time began. Archangel Michael stands at the gates of your timeline with his sword of blue flame, saying, "Do not chase what I am cutting away, for what's leaving cannot carry the next level of your assignment." You've prayed for elevation, but elevation always requires separation. This alignment on November 12 is not just a meeting. It's a merging of missions, a divine ignition. Feel this. The energy around you has shifted. Conversations that once excited you now drain you. People you used to lean on now feel distant. That's your confirmation. Heaven is redesigning your circle. Those who cannot handle your next level are being gently moved aside by Archangel Michael himself. So when that new person steps into your path, whether through a simple message, a sudden reconnection, or a chance meeting, recognize it as divine orchestration, not coincidence. Your soul will know. The moment will feel familiar because you've met them in spirit long before you met them in the natural. Stay discerning. Not everyone entering your life now is meant to stay, but one is sent. You'll feel their presence activate something within you, a silent knowing, a sacred fire. That's the sign you've been waiting for. The alignment has begun. Hold on, because this is only the beginning of what heaven is revealing. The next wave will show you why this alignment was so essential. Trust the process, and guard your atmosphere in this hour. Wait for it. The next revelation will unveil the sign Archangel Michael will send before this divine person arrives, and you won't want to miss it. Dearest heart, breathe in and listen closely, for this is not a random message finding you today. It is a divine confirmation echoing straight from Archangel Michael's trumpet of truth. The alignment that began on November 12 carries signs that only the awakened will recognize. You may have already felt it. A sudden restlessness in your spirit. An unexplainable pull toward a place, a name, or a moment. That is the whisper of destiny guiding you toward the one who has been chosen to walk beside you in this next season. Archangel Michael is showing me the symbol of light entering through a window. It represents revelation, that something or someone will soon appear in your atmosphere unexpectedly, yet perfectly timed. It may begin as a simple conversation, a shared idea, or even an act of kindness that stirs your soul. But when it happens, you will feel a divine stillness, almost as if heaven itself paused to witness the moment. That is when you'll know the alignment has reached its gateway. Before this connection comes fully into view, the Archangel warns, distractions will arise. Counterfeits may appear first, carrying the shape of what you desire but lacking the substance of what your soul truly needs. You must not rush. The true connection will never pressure you, it will bring peace. It will feel like a gentle unveiling, not a chase. Remember, anything that drains your energy or confuses your heart is not from the divine circle being formed around you. Archangel Michael is not just aligning people in your life. He is redesigning the energy that surrounds your purpose. For too long, you have been walking with those who tolerated your light instead of celebrating it. But the season of compromise is over. You are now being called into a circle where your fire will not be feared, but fanned. Every delay, every disappointment, and every silent departure was part of this sacred reordering. The people leaving your life are not being rejected. They are being reassigned. You may feel moments of loneliness in this transition, but do not mistake isolation for abandonment. The silence between seasons is where God does his deepest work. It is where Archangel Michael strengthens your wings, teaching you to discern energy not by words but by frequency. The ones being sent to you now will recognize your spirit before they recognize your face. They will speak the same divine language, not always in words, but in vibration, in timing, in alignment. And when you meet this person, watch for 3 signs. First, your spirit will rest in their presence. No anxiety, no confusion, just divine peace. Second, conversation with them will feel like prophecy. Every word will seem to unlock something hidden in your heart. And third, their presence will draw you closer to your divine mission, not distract you from it. They will not pull you away from your purpose. They will push you deeper into it. Archangel Michael says this is the hour of divine partnerships, not just romantic, but spiritual and purposeful. Some of you will meet mentors, others will meet friends, and a few will meet the one who mirrors your destiny. Each alignment carries a sacred assignment, a purpose that will impact many lives. That's why heaven is being so intentional about who enters and who exits your path right now. The circle around you is being redesigned for the outpouring that's coming. Do not resist the change. Flow with it. The very hands that remove the wrong people are the same hands preparing to introduce the right ones. Heaven does not subtract without the intention to multiply. What looks like loss is actually the soil of rebirth. The divine circle is forming even as you hear these words. The moment you choose surrender over struggle, the alignment will reveal itself. Archangel Michael is whispering, your circle is being written in light. Watch who arrives. Trust me, what unfolds next will expose the hidden reason why some people had to leave before this alignment could enter. You'll want to stay close for the next revelation. It's about to uncover something that will shift how you see every loss you faced. Beloved one, before this next revelation flows into your spirit, pause and remember this. Nothing you lost was truly meant to remain beyond its appointed time. Archangel Michael wants you to see what really happened behind the veil, why certain people were suddenly removed, why relationships shifted without warning, and why your circle began to thin even when your heart desired closeness. It was never abandonment. It was divine surgery. You prayed for elevation, and heaven responded by cutting away the weights that could not ascend with you. There are moments in every chosen soul's life where silence becomes sacred. When those you once trusted no longer stand beside you, do not cry for what has ended. Thank God for what is being prepared. Archangel Michael's sword of light has been active in your atmosphere, severing invisible cords that tied you to limitation. Those who once drained your strength are now being repositioned, for this next level requires a lighter heart, a sharper discernment, and a pure environment. Every separation was protection. Every goodbye was an answered prayer disguised as loss. Some of you have felt confusion lately. You've asked, why did they leave when I needed them most? Hear this clearly. The divine alignment of November 12 could not occur while you were surrounded by familiar energy. Familiarity often blinds you to new frequency. That is why Archangel Michael has been guiding you through a spiritual detox, removing, resetting, realigning. You are being prepared to carry a heavier anointing and a brighter purpose, and the atmosphere around you must match the vibration within you. The ones who will enter next are not ordinary. They carry keys, spiritual keys, to unlock dormant parts of your destiny. You'll know them by the peace that follows their presence and the clarity that settles after you speak with them. There will be no confusion, no competition, no doubt. You will feel a surge of divine familiarity, as if your spirit had been waiting for this connection long before you recognize it. And once this meeting occurs, you will understand why every disconnection was essential. Archangel Michael says, the new circle forming around you will not just support you, it will activate you. You are stepping into a season of divine companions who mirror your calling. These people will sharpen your discernment, waken your creativity, and align you with opportunities that match your heavenly blueprint. Watch for sudden invitations, unexpected collaborations, or a conversation that instantly opens your spirit. That will be the moment you recognize heaven's design at work. But listen carefully. Before that alignment manifests, the enemy will attempt to send distractions. People who look like light but carry confusion. They will appear with flattery but lack foundation. Archangel Michael's advice is simple. Do not rush discernment. Peace is the ultimate confirmation. Anything that forces you, pressures you, or drains your clarity is not divine. Wait for the peace, and you will know the difference between imitation and intention. So now, lift your head, child of light. You are not forgotten. You are being fine-tuned. The ones who left were part of your history, but the ones arriving will be part of your destiny. Heaven is making room for divine replacements, partnerships sent directly by the hand of Archangel Michael. You are about to walk into rooms where your name has already been spoken with honor. If this word touches your heart, let your spirit rise with gratitude, because the redesign of your circle means heaven is expanding your assignment. This is not an ending. This is the unveiling of your next chapter. Before you move on, make sure you spread this word. Someone in your old circle might still be holding on to what God is trying to change. So like this video, share it with them, comment below your testimony, and subscribe so you do not miss what Archangel Michael reveals next. Each message builds on the last, and the next revelation carries an even deeper mystery. Type "I am chosen for this alignment" in the comments if you feel this truth in your spirit. Blessing code 3333 has now been released upon those who release what no longer serves their destiny. Now, as your spirit settles in this truth, hear this gentle call. When you sow into a message like this, you are not giving to a channel. You are helping heaven reach hearts. Every act of giving becomes a seed in the soil of souls. Archangel Michael's mission moves through voices like this one, and when you give, you partner with the very light that's transforming lives across nations. The word says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." And today, that verse lives through you. I'm inviting you, right now, to be a torchbearer of this movement. Let your giving become your declaration that you believe in divine alignment. Support this mission through Super Thanks, membership, or through the PayPal link in the description below. Every seed carries a soul, and every soul reached adds to your heavenly harvest. The windows of heaven are opening over givers in this very moment. Release your seed, not tomorrow but now, and watch how divine doors respond. Beloved light bearer, something powerful is stirring within your spiritual atmosphere. You may feel it already, a sudden sensitivity to people's energy, an awareness that the room feels different even when nothing visibly changed. That's because Archangel Michael is now fine-tuning the frequency of your environment. After the realignment that began on November 12, heaven is entering phase 2 of the redesign, the purification of your circle. The divine order cannot fully manifest until the energy around you reflects the vibration of your purpose. You've probably noticed how conversations that once excited you now feel heavy. It's not because something is wrong with you. It's because your spirit has outgrown what used to feed you. When elevation comes, resonance shifts. Archangel Michael says, your light is expanding, and the old container can no longer hold your flame. That's why you've been feeling moments of silence, of distance, of sudden changes. It's not punishment. It's preparation. You're being positioned to carry greater light, and that requires solitude before connection. Some of you are wondering why it feels like people misunderstand your silence. It's because those who are meant to remain are learning to speak the language of your spirit, not the language of your past. When God upgrades your purpose, He upgrades your communication. What once was comfortable becomes too small, too shallow, too predictable. You are being called to a new dimension, and that requires new sound, new vision, new partnerships. The ones coming into your life will not just understand your journey, they will carry part of your divine code. Archangel Michael shows me a vision, a circle of blue light forming around you. Inside that circle, certain faces appear, some familiar, some new. Then, the blue flame expands, and only those vibrating at the frequency of peace remain. This is the visual symbol of your realignment. Heaven is not punishing those who are being moved. It is simply repositioning every soul according to divine timing. You are stepping into a vibration of destiny, and not every heart can travel at that altitude. The higher you rise, the thinner the air. Not all can breathe at the height of purpose. Do not be afraid when silence fills the space where noise once lived. Archangel Michael's presence is strongest in quiet atmospheres. He whispers guidance in the stillness, showing you glimpses of what is being prepared. He is saying, this is not loss, this is pruning. I am shaping your circle to match the architecture of heaven's design. Those who were temporary will fade, those who are eternal will endure. Watch carefully over the next few days. The ones who remain connected to you even without words are part of your next assignment. Your loyalty is spiritual, not situational. You may feel a yearning to reach out to those who walked away, to question why they turned distant. But Archangel Michael reminds you, when the divine has sealed a door, reopening it invites delay. Trust that what left was never yours to keep. What's coming is what you prayed for, and it will require your full focus. The one heaven is aligning you with will not come through struggle or confusion. Their arrival will be marked by divine ease. You won't have to chase it, it will find you. Listen closely now. A divine encounter approaches. Within days of hearing this message, you may experience a moment so ordinary that it feels insignificant, yet something within you will stir deeply. A new message, a chance meeting, a sudden reconnection. These will be signs. Do not dismiss them. Archangel Michael says, I send my chosen ones through divine coincidence. For those who live in purpose never meet by accident. You are being positioned for acceleration. The connections arriving now are destiny carriers. They hold the keys that will unlock the next phase of your mission. When you feel peace, lean in. When you feel confusion, step back. Heaven is teaching you discernment through energy, not explanation. Let your heart stay open, but your spirit stay discerning. The true alignment is already unfolding. Every moment you choose faith over fear, the circle of divine purpose becomes clearer. Remember, what is meant for you will recognize you before you recognize it. Hold on to this vibration, because what happens next will reveal the identity of the one heaven is sending to elevate you. You've waited long for clarity, and now the signs are about to become undeniable. Stay with me, you'll want to hear what Archangel Michael says next. Chosen vessel of light, your spirit is being summoned deeper. Archangel Michael is drawing you into the revelation of the one who has been assigned to elevate your divine purpose. The angels call this next stage the meeting of frequencies. It is the point where two souls, carrying fragments of the same divine code, find each other by resonance, not by effort. This is why you've been feeling the pull, an unseen current guiding you toward someone whose presence will shift the trajectory of your journey. The alignment that began on November 12 was never random. It was a heavenly calendar day, pre-written for your ascension. Archangel Michael is showing me a vision of two circles of light merging into one. One carries your energy, refined through fire, shaped through trials, and purified by time. The other carries theirs, the light that mirrors your endurance, your compassion, your call. When these two energies intersect, heaven calls it divine convergence. From that moment on, acceleration begins. You will feel new creativity, unusual opportunities, and divine favor opening all around you. This is because divine alignment multiplies energy. It does not divide it. The person coming into your life is not a replacement. They are a reflection of destiny itself. But before this connection manifests in full, Archangel Michael warns that imitation energy will attempt to enter your field. These false alignments will appear kind, spiritual, and appealing, but they will lack the fragrance of peace. You must learn to identify energy through presence, not performance. The counterfeit will demand attention. The divine will bring alignment. The counterfeit will flatter your emotions. The divine will activate your spirit. And once the true connection appears, you'll know instantly. There will be an internal calm, as though heaven whispered, "This is the one I sent." You may already have met this person in passing, but the connection has yet to awaken fully. That's why Archangel Michael is preparing your atmosphere now. He is pruning distractions, healing hidden disappointments, and restoring your confidence in divine timing. When this person enters with purpose, they must meet a healed version of you, not one still grieving the absence of those heaven already removed. This is your time to rebuild your inner sanctuary. You might have thought your waiting season was a delay, but it was actually divine training. God was teaching you to recognize alignment not through emotions but through vibration. You have learned to discern silence as safety, patience as wisdom, and peace as confirmation. And now, that training is about to bear fruit. The person who will elevate your purpose is closer than you think, and when they step into your life, it will feel as though the atmosphere itself shifts in your favor. Expect doors to open effortlessly, ideas to flow freely, and support to arrive from unexpected directions. Archangel Michael speaks. You are not being connected to them for comfort, but for calling. This alignment is missional. Together, your energies will serve a greater purpose, to influence, to heal, to restore balance where darkness tried to reign. Some of you will build projects, movements, or communities. Others will simply walk together in faith and impact souls through your presence. But each connection being birthed under this divine window has a specific heavenly assignment attached to it. Be cautious not to resist what looks unfamiliar. Divine alignments often come wrapped in simplicity. The one sent for you might not look like your expectations. They will, however, feel like home. They will speak words that bring peace to your soul, not confusion to your heart. They will stand with you in moments of stillness and remind you of your divine worth when shadows of doubt appear. You will know them because they won't just meet your needs, they'll meet your mission. Prepare your space for this connection. Declutter your mind. Release the memory of those who wounded you. Every time you let go of pain, you make more room for partnership. Archangel Michael's blue flame surrounds you now, burning away residue from old attachments. You are being made new, whole, ready, and open to receive what heaven is about to deliver. Stay alert and centered, because what unfolds next will reveal the exact signs that confirm the arrival of this destined person. The angels are already arranging the crossing of paths, and you must recognize the sacred moment when it happens. Keep your faith steady. What comes next will be undeniable. Beloved one, the heavens are drawing nearer, and the sound of movement in your spiritual atmosphere is no illusion. Archangel Michael stands with his sword of light extended over your path, guarding the alignment that is about to manifest. The air around you feels different because the energy of divine convergence is now active. Everything that is not in harmony with your next level is being gently removed, sometimes through conflict, sometimes through silence. Do not misread these shifts as rejection. You are not being abandoned, you are being arranged. You are stepping into what the angels call the hour of recognition. It is the phase when the destined one begins to sense your energy, even before physical meeting or communication occurs. You may find them appearing in your thoughts unexpectedly, or you may feel sudden waves of peace when you think of them. This is not imagination. It is spirit-to-spirit signaling. Archangel Michael says, your souls have already met in the higher realm. What is about to happen in the physical is simply the manifestation of what heaven already sealed. Every divine connection is born twice, first in the spirit, then in the natural. The manifestation is now in motion. But hear this warning carefully. As the alignment draws closer, the enemy of your peace will attempt to distract you through nostalgia and old attachments. Those who once drained your energy may suddenly reach out. People from your past may reappear, speaking sweet words, claiming changed intentions. Do not be deceived. These are echoes of an expired season, not promises of new beginnings. Archangel Michael's counsel is clear. Do not entertain what you have already outgrown. The past cannot coexist with what heaven is about to deliver. Guard your gates, your eyes, your ears, and your emotions. For many of you, this next connection is not simply about companionship but about activation. The one entering your life is carrying the other half of a divine blueprint. They were being refined just as you were being prepared. Their process mirrored yours: silent battles, unexpected shifts, and spiritual awakenings. That is why the meeting will feel divinely timed. You will not have to force it, prove it, or question it. The presence of peace will speak louder than any words. The angels will confirm it through signs, synchronicities, and timing that defies coincidence. Archangel Michael wants you to know that the space between now and the moment of meeting is sacred. It is a time for spiritual detox, not punishment, but purification. Heaven is ensuring that no residue of fear, doubt, or bitterness remains within you. You cannot enter divine convergence carrying the wounds of yesterday. The fire you've walked through was meant to heal you, not harden you. Every tear you shed purified your discernment. Every delay was divine timing refining your understanding of true alignment. Now the vibration of readiness is surrounding you. The angels are whispering your name into the atmosphere of the one you are meant to meet. Doors will begin to open, communication will begin to flow, and circumstances will begin to align effortlessly. You will notice repeated numbers, songs that speak directly to your situation, or phrases that seem too specific to be random. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Archangel Michael calls them breadcrumbs of destiny. Follow them, but do not chase. Let divine timing lead. When the moment of convergence arrives, your spirit will recognize theirs long before your mind does. You might feel a sudden wave of warmth, a familiarity that cannot be explained. That is the frequency of purpose meeting purpose. The one entering your life will not rescue you. They will reveal you. Together, your lights will amplify, and your influence will multiply. This is why heaven took time to prepare you, because destiny requires maturity. The divine circle around you continues to shift even now. People who cannot align with your purpose will quietly fade away, but those meant to elevate you will find their way effortlessly. You need not fear who comes or goes. The architect of this realignment is divine, and every movement is intentional. Stay very still, for the next revelation will disclose the exact signs heaven will show you the moment your alignment begins to unfold in reality. The markers will be unmistakable, and once you see them, you will know heaven has moved. My chosen soul, this is the moment where divine mystery begins to take form before your eyes. Archangel Michael stands between the realms, holding open a gate of revelation. He says, "What was hidden will now be made visible, for the time of recognition is here." The alignment that began on November 12 is no longer an unseen energy. It is becoming tangible, measurable, and alive. You are standing at the threshold of manifestation, and heaven wants you to recognize the signs when destiny walks in. The first sign is divine peace. The atmosphere will shift around you when the person sent by heaven approaches. You might feel a stillness that silences every inner question. It will not feel like infatuation or adrenaline. It will feel like home. That peace will settle deep inside your spirit as if God Himself whispered, "This is what I promised." The world teaches you to look for fireworks, but heaven moves in quiet assurance. The one sent for you will carry peace, not pressure. You will sense it in their tone, in their timing, in their presence. That peace is your confirmation. The second sign is spiritual familiarity. When you meet them, it may feel like a reunion rather than a first encounter. You'll feel as though you've known them before, as if a forgotten chapter suddenly reopened. Archangel Michael explains that this sensation comes from preordained spiritual contracts, agreements made in the heavenly realm long before your earthly paths crossed. The connection will feel effortless, yet deeply sacred. You won't have to explain your essence. They will simply understand it. This is divine resonance, the language of souls that remember each other. The third sign is purpose ignition. Once this person enters your life, you will feel a surge of momentum. Ideas you once struggled with will suddenly flow. Doors will open that had remained shut, and opportunities will begin to align with uncanny precision. It won't be coincidence. It will be divine acceleration. The person assigned to elevate your purpose will awaken something within you that has been asleep. They won't distract you from your mission. They will clarify it. Their presence will remind you of who you are and what you're meant to do. Yet Archangel Michael issues this gentle caution. Do not test divine timing with impatience. The alignment is fragile in its beginning stages. You must allow it to unfold naturally, without trying to control its pace. Fear will whisper, "What if this isn't real?" Ego will whisper, "What if it fades?" Silence those voices. Heaven's orchestration needs no human manipulation. When it's divine, it will remain steady even when circumstances seem uncertain. Trust the process, because the very energy that brought this connection into your path is powerful enough to sustain it. Remember, the ones who could not walk with you into this season were never equipped to witness this moment. You may feel an ache for the familiar, but that ache is the echo of an old vibration dying out. Archangel Michael reminds you, grieve not for what has gone. Give thanks for what is arriving. The person entering your life now is not a chapter. They are a divine catalyst. Their purpose is not to entertain your emotions, but to elevate your calling. Through them, you will discover how heaven intended you to shine. And as this unfolds, expect your spiritual senses to heighten. You may dream of blue light, wings, or numbers like 111, 212, or 717. These are confirmations from Archangel Michael that the connection is divinely protected. When you see these signs, pause and speak gratitude. Acknowledge the divine alignment taking shape around you. Gratitude multiplies manifestation. The more you honor what heaven reveals, the more it expands in your life. Your soul has waited long for this. You've endured storms, betrayals, and seasons of isolation, not as punishment, but as preparation. Now that preparation is meeting purpose, you are entering an atmosphere of divine companionship where you no longer need to shrink your light to belong. You are about to meet someone who will look at you and see the fire of heaven within you, and instead of fearing it, they will protect it. Archangel Michael whispers, "You will know them, my peace, my purpose, my power." Remember those words. When they appear, your heart will recognize what your prayers have been waiting for. Stay close, for the next revelation unveils the transformation that happens after the meeting, the shift in destiny, the awakening that follows when two divine frequencies merge as one. What comes next will reveal the real reason heaven orchestrated this entire alignment. Beloved vessel of divine light, this next revelation marks the turning point, the moment where destiny begins to breathe within your reality. Archangel Michael stands before you, radiant and steadfast, declaring, "The meeting has happened, and now the awakening begins." Whether the connection has already entered your life or is only moments away, its vibration has already touched your field. You are now in what heaven calls the season of activation, where the merging of two divine purposes ignites transformation on both sides. From the moment this alignment occurs, you will sense that something within you has shifted. Your thoughts will feel clearer, your faith stronger, and your inner peace unshakable. You'll wake up with renewed energy, as if invisible weights have been lifted. This is because divine connection doesn't take, it multiplies. When you encounter someone aligned with your soul's mission, your spirit expands. The energy you share will not revolve around emotion alone. It will carry purpose. Together, your frequencies will begin to create ripples in the spiritual realm that affect everything around you. Archangel Michael reveals that this divine union, whether friendship, mentorship, or partnership, serves as a mirror. The person aligned with you will reflect both your light and your unfinished work. Through them, heaven will show you parts of yourself that still need healing. But instead of pain, you will feel empowerment. They will not expose your wounds to harm you. They will remind you that healing is holy. The conversations between you will carry weight. Their words will stir revelations you didn't know you were ready for. And in return, your presence will awaken dormant strength in them. The relationship will feel like a mutual awakening, a divine echo of the phrase, "As iron sharpens iron, so one soul sharpens another." This partnership will bring noticeable change. The people around you will sense it. Your creativity, courage, and clarity will multiply because energy responds to agreement. Two aligned souls attract divine acceleration. Where one struggled, two will conquer. Where one prayed, two will manifest. Heaven honors unity birthed in purpose. That is why this connection had to be protected through the pruning season. If it had arrived earlier, it would have been misunderstood or mishandled. But now, both of you have been refined enough to carry the weight of this destiny without fear. Archangel Michael's message for you now is simple yet profound. Guard the sacred connection, but do not idolize it. The divine person sent into your life is not your source. They are a vessel through which your purpose expands. The moment you see them as a partner in destiny, not as an idol of dependence, heaven will multiply the power flowing between you. Walk in humility, not in control. Honor the divine orchestration, and the flow of miracles will not cease. In this season, new doors will open, doors that had remained closed for years. You will find yourself drawn to new places, new opportunities, and new expressions of your purpose. The divine connection will awaken vision. Together, you will attract resources, networks, and favor. What once seemed delayed will now unfold rapidly because heaven always releases acceleration after alignment. The angels move faster when two or more walk in harmony. But remember this: every new circle requires new boundaries. Archangel Michael instructs you to remain discerning. Not everyone will celebrate your elevation. Some may attempt to re-enter your life out of curiosity or envy. Stand firm in your peace. The same sword that separated you from the wrong people will protect you from their re-entry. You owe no explanation for your transformation. Your light will speak for itself. Take a deep breath and feel this truth settle in your spirit. Your circle has indeed been redesigned. You are now surrounded by divine energy, those who uplift, not drain, those who see, not judge, those who believe, not doubt. A new alignment will not just change your connections, it will transform your atmosphere. If this word has confirmed what your spirit has been sensing, lift your energy in gratitude. The transformation has begun, and it will only grow stronger from here. Share this revelation so others can awaken to their divine realignment. Comment below your testimony, and if this message resonates, subscribe so you don't miss the flow of Archangel Michael's next instructions. Like, share, and help spread this vibration to others walking through their season of change. Type "I am activated in divine purpose" in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 8888 has now been released over those walking in awakened alignment. And now, beloved, let me speak from the heart of this mission. Every time you share, comment, or support this work, you become a vessel through which heaven reaches another searching soul. This is more than a channel. It's a calling, a spiritual lighthouse guiding the weary back to light. I invite you to partner with this divine movement through your super thanks, membership, or by sowing directly through the PayPal link in the description. When you give, you are not donating, you are sowing seed into souls. Heaven honors that seed. The word declares, "He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed." So as you release your gift, expect heaven to release favor, protection, and divine encounters in your life. The window of activation is open. Step into it with faith and watch what God does next. Beloved soul, take a deep breath and feel the vibration that surrounds you now. The air around your spirit feels lighter, doesn't it? That is the effect of divine activation. The moment two destinies align in the frequency of heaven, the unseen world begins to respond. Archangel Michael now speaks through the quiet of your heart, saying, "This alignment was not only to connect you, it was to awaken your authority. You were never meant to stay hidden in the shadow of potential. The divine connection sent into your life has unlocked something within you that you once doubted you possessed: spiritual power with purpose. Heaven has entered the stage of expansion, and the effects will begin to show in every area of your life. Those who walk in divine partnership become vessels of multiplied energy. You will start noticing that your prayers feel stronger, your words carry more weight, and your intuition has sharpened. Where once there was hesitation, now there is conviction. This is because your alignment was designed not just to bless you but to birth something through you. Archangel Michael calls it the ripple of reformation. It means that through your new circle, heaven will begin to reform everything connected to you. Your environment, your work, your purpose, even your emotional frequency. You are being called to lead, but not in the way the world defines leadership. The divine kind of leadership begins with light. It means walking so clearly in your purpose that others find direction just by observing you. You may not realize it yet, but your presence is already changing atmospheres. Those who step into your space will begin to sense healing, clarity, and courage. This is not accidental. It's the result of Archangel Michael's redesign of your circle, removing chaos so that your energy could stabilize into alignment with heaven's order. Yet this new strength will also attract attention from the forces that once tried to silence you. Do not fear that. The very sword that cleared your path still stands beside you. Archangel Michael says, "I am the guardian of your expansion." Those who attempt to misunderstand you will only witness your elevation. You are not fighting the same battles anymore because your frequency no longer matches them. That is the power of divine realignment. It removes the need to defend yourself in spaces you've already outgrown. This season will also reveal new assignments. Expect unexpected invitations, collaborations that seem too perfect to be random. They are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The divine alignment has created a field of attraction around your purpose, and now heaven is sending resources and people to help you fulfill it. Don't shy away from opportunity out of fear of failure. Remember, failure is impossible when you are walking in heaven's timing. What used to feel like risk is now divine obedience. The person or people heaven has aligned you with are instruments of momentum. Together, your paths will create impact far greater than what either of you could achieve alone. Some of you will build something lasting, a vision that carries divine signature. Others will walk together for a season, fulfilling a shared mission, before parting gracefully, still connected in spirit. The purpose of divine alignment is never ownership, it is expansion. Do not cling but flow. Heaven blesses those who hold purpose more tightly than possession. Archangel Michael is also showing me a vision. Rivers of light flowing out from your heart, branching into multiple directions. This symbolizes the influence that will now extend through your life. Every choice you make, every word you speak, will carry ripple effects far beyond your current reach. That is why heaven took its time preparing you, because now, your impact must reflect divine integrity. You are being trusted with souls. So rise with confidence, child of destiny. You are no longer in the waiting stage, you are in the manifestation stage. Everything you prayed for is beginning to take form. The person who entered your life was never the destination, they were the doorway. And through that doorway, heaven is calling you to step into a higher dimension of being, doing, and becoming. Let your heart stay humble, your vision stay clear, and your faith stay anchored. The light of Archangel Michael surrounds you. You are walking in divine authority, protected, empowered, and unshakably aligned. Hold steady now. What unfolds next will reveal the hidden reason this alignment was chosen for you specifically. Heaven's plan is never random, and in the next revelation, Archangel Michael unveils the deeper mystery of your purpose. Beloved child of light, the heavens are still echoing with the vibration of what has been released into your atmosphere. Archangel Michael stands beside you, his wings spanning the horizon of your destiny, and he speaks softly yet powerfully. You have been awakened, but now you must understand why. Every divine realignment carries a sacred purpose. The alignment that began on November 12 was not just about who entered or who left your life. It was about unlocking the next phase of your divine assignment. You were chosen to be a carrier of awakening for others, a living vessel of transformation whose light ripples through every life it touches. This new season is not about what you gain, but about what you become. The connection heaven orchestrated for you was a divine instrument, an activation key designed to awaken the part of your soul that had been waiting for this very moment. It was never merely about partnership or companionship. It was about birthing impact. Archangel Michael reminds you that heaven's alignments are always assignments. The one aligned with you carries an anointing that completes the circle of your calling. Together, your unity will birth something that carries eternal significance. You will begin to feel a pull toward new directions, perhaps a creative pursuit, a vision that once felt impossible, or a mission that seemed too big for your strength. That pull is not your imagination. It is heaven calling you into your greater work. This is why the people around you changed, why the atmosphere around you was purified. The new circle surrounding you is not random. It was formed to support what heaven is planting in your spirit. You cannot carry this next chapter alone, for divine purpose always requires divine partnership. Yet, even in this great awakening, Archangel Michael warns that doubt will attempt to creep in. The enemy will whisper, "Are you sure you're ready? Are you certain this is real?" But those are echoes from the frequency of your old self, not the voice of truth. The moment you aligned with divine purpose, heaven already declared you ready. You are not being prepared anymore, you are being positioned. Every lesson, every disappointment, every waiting moment was preparation for this unveiling. You carry the wisdom required to step into what is next. Archangel Michael shows me a vision of you standing on a mountain, surrounded by light. The air is thin, but your breath is steady. In your hands, you hold a torch that burns with blue fire, the fire of divine courage. The torch represents the clarity you have gained through this alignment. It symbolizes your authority to light the way for others still trapped in confusion and fear. The mission ahead will require courage, but you are not alone. Every step you take is reinforced by angelic support. You are walking under divine surveillance, watched and guided by the hosts of heaven. You may notice that your desires are shifting. What once mattered no longer holds weight. You'll feel drawn to deeper things: truth, authenticity, purpose, service. That is how you know your spiritual DNA has changed. You are becoming what heaven intended you to be before time began, a bridge between divine intention and human experience. Archangel Michael says, "You will teach not with words but with energy. You will heal not by effort but by presence." Your life is becoming a living message, written in the light of obedience. In this phase, synchronicities will intensify. You will find divine confirmations in numbers, colors, songs, and words that appear precisely when you need them. The alignment has made your reality more responsive to spirit. Heaven is closer than ever, and signs are no longer hidden. They are woven into your daily path. Take them as guidance, not coincidence. Each sign is a marker showing you that heaven is still steering your steps. So now, rise higher in faith. Your story is entering its manifestation chapter, and every event is part of divine choreography. The person aligned with you is not the finish line. They are a key in your ignition. Through this connection, you will activate others, inspire those around you, and help awaken dormant lights across the earth. The circle that Archangel Michael redesigned around you was heaven's way of planting a spiritual ecosystem. Souls who feed your purpose and fuel your growth. Stand tall in gratitude, for the transformation has only just begun. Heaven is watching, angels are rejoicing, and your destiny is unfolding in perfect rhythm. Hold your focus here, because the next revelation reveals the hidden promise attached to your obedience. the supernatural favor and expansion that follow when a soul fully embraces divine purpose. The heavens are ready to open wider. Beloved, feel the quiet power of this moment, for heaven is watching you rise into what you were always meant to become. Archangel Michael now steps forward, his voice clear and steady, declaring, "The faithful are entering the realm of divine favor. You have crossed through alignment and activation. Now you are standing in manifestation. What was once unseen is becoming tangible. What you only sensed in prayer will begin to show itself in your reality. Every obedient choice you made, every moment you trusted when it made no sense, heaven took note. Now, divine favor begins to flow like a river that cannot be stopped. This favor is not the kind the world recognizes. It is higher, deeper, and eternal. It does not come to entertain your comfort but to empower your calling. Archangel Michael shows me the image of a tree heavy with fruit. The roots represent your faith. The deeper they go, the more fruit your life will bear. The branches symbolize your connections, the circle heaven redesigned around you. The fruit represents influence, opportunity, and divine reward. And just as a tree never eats its own fruit, so your blessings are meant to feed others. The alignment of November 12 was not merely to change your surroundings but to multiply your impact. Through you, many will experience breakthrough. Expect sudden shifts in your environment now. People will begin to mention your name in places you've never been. Doors that once rejected you will now open without effort. Archangel Michael calls this the season of divine endorsement. Heaven itself is placing its seal upon your name, and what was delayed is being delivered. The light you carry will begin to draw resources, helpers, and divine connections. The person aligned to elevate your purpose will serve as a catalyst, introducing you to spaces that reflect your true assignment. But understand this truth: divine favor is weighty. It carries responsibility. It requires humility to sustain it. The same sword that protected you in warfare will now require you to protect others with compassion. The same light that drew others to you will also reveal their pain. Do not turn away. You have been trusted with influence not to dominate but to heal. Your words, your energy, your decisions, all of them now carry the frequency of transformation. You have become a vessel of divine presence, and every action you take can either magnify or mute that presence. Archangel Michael speaks again. Favor follows obedience, not desire. This is why heaven refined you before releasing you. If you had received favor too soon, it might have overwhelmed your purpose. But now, your spirit is strong enough to carry the weight of glory without pride, and your heart is humble enough to handle power without control. Heaven can now trust you with influence because you've proven faithful in waiting. You will notice divine coincidences multiplying, meetings that feel too precise to be accidental, opportunities that align perfectly with your vision, and blessings that arrive without struggle. These are not random. They are confirmations that heaven has released the wind of increase. You are walking in what prophets call the rhythm of divine flow. When you move in obedience, circumstances will rearrange themselves to support you. Money, time, and people will appear exactly when they are needed, not a moment too soon or too late. Archangel Michael's final instruction for this stage is simple yet profound. Do not shrink when the light grows brighter. The very blessings you once prayed for will begin to manifest, but do not allow humility to turn into hiding. True humility does not mean withdrawal. It means allowing God's light to shine through you without claiming it as your own. When the platform expands, let your purpose remain pure. You are not here to be seen. You are here to make heaven visible. This is why the angels rejoice over your journey. You have endured the pruning, embraced the process, and now stand at the threshold of fulfillment. Everything that was promised is aligning, and every delay was only setting the stage for greater manifestation. The one aligned with you will now walk beside you not as a teacher or a follower, but as a co-creator in destiny. Together, your presence will awaken others. Together, you will expand light where there was once confusion. You are walking proof that obedience births miracles. Archangel Michael blesses your steps and seals your name in the scrolls of divine favor. The heavens open above you even now. Stay close now, for the next revelation will complete this divine journey. It will reveal what happens when your obedience meets heaven's perfect timing, the inheritance that cannot be taken, the peace that cannot be shaken, and the destiny that cannot be delayed. Beloved, you have come to the final unveiling, the divine completion of what began as a whisper from heaven. Archangel Michael now stands in full brilliance before the throne of the Most High, holding in his hands a scroll written with your name. He declares, "It is finished. The circle is complete. The alignment has fulfilled its purpose." What started on November 12 as a quiet rearrangement of people and seasons has now unfolded into the full expression of your divine design. You have walked through pruning, preparation, and awakening, and now you enter inheritance. This is the hour of divine establishment. In this stage, everything you have endured begins to make sense. Every moment of silence, every loss that felt unbearable, every delay that made you question your worth, they were all ingredients in heaven's architecture. Archangel Michael reveals that your life was never moving in circles. It was moving in spirals, rising higher each time. What seemed repetitive was actually redemptive. You have been circling closer and closer to divine purpose until now, when alignment becomes embodiment. You no longer wait for destiny, you live it. Heaven is writing new laws around your life. You have transitioned from being a seeker of light to a carrier of it. The divine person sent to elevate your purpose has now served as both confirmation and catalyst. Through them, heaven revealed who you truly are. This is not the ending of one chapter, but the birth of an entirely new book, one authored in the ink of obedience. Archangel Michael says, "You are now a builder of divine order. You have been trusted to realign others as I have realigned you. The same sword that once defended you now becomes a tool of guidance for those still trapped in confusion. In this season, peace will not be something you chase. It will be something you radiate. The evidence of divine favor will show not just in what you receive, but in what you release. You will notice that your words carry unusual weight. Your presence will shift rooms. The energy of alignment flows through you now, as effortlessly as breath. This is not coincidence, it is consecration. Heaven has sealed you as an instrument of restoration. Archangel Michael reveals a beautiful truth. The circle was redesigned so that you could become the center of divine purpose for others. Those who come near you will feel stability returning to their lives. Your voice will restore faith. Your story will rekindle hope. You are the living proof that God's rearranging hand never takes without giving back in fullness. Every person who left was replaced by peace. Every door that closed made room for one that opens to nations. But be mindful, this peace you now carry must be guarded. The enemy will attempt to plant seeds of distraction through busyness, fatigue, and doubt. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Archangel Michael stands ready to defend, but you must not reopen gates that heaven has sealed. Remain in gratitude. Gratitude is your shield. Each time you thank God for what was, what is, and what is yet to come, the light around you strengthens. The divine person aligned with you will continue to walk beside you, not as dependency but as destiny fulfilled. Together, you are carriers of an awakening that will ripple far beyond your awareness. You are living proof that heaven intervenes in ordinary lives to produce extraordinary outcomes. From this moment forward, abundance will follow alignment. Every act of faith will return multiplied. Every seed sown in obedience will become a tree of influence. Archangel Michael's promise is clear. You will not return to what was. You have crossed into what is divine. Lift your spirit and receive this declaration. Your circle is complete. Your atmosphere is cleansed. Your purpose is activated. You have entered the rhythm of divine flow. Nothing can reverse it. Nothing can delay it. And nothing can remove what heaven has established. You are sealed in light, wrapped in peace, and anointed with unstoppable favor. Now, before we close this sacred revelation, let your spirit overflow with gratitude. Like this message, share it, speak your testimony in the comments, and subscribe so that you remain under the stream of heaven's voice released through this space. Let others find what you have found: clarity, awakening, and divine reassurance. Your engagement is not about numbers. It is about multiplying light across nations. Type "I am sealed in divine purpose" in the comments if your soul bears witness to this completion. Blessing code 1212 has now been released for all who have walked faithfully through the realignment. And now, beloved, I speak this final call to your spirit. This mission, the spreading of light through Archangel Michael's words, thrives through hearts like yours. Every time you give, you are not funding a message, you are releasing seed into the soil of eternity. Heaven measures giving not by amount but by intention. When you support this work through super thanks, membership, or through the PayPal link in the description, you join hands with heaven in reaching souls who might otherwise remain in darkness. The word says, "He that waters others shall himself be watered." Your offering becomes a prophetic act, a declaration that you believe in the power of light to heal the world. Give as one who knows that their seed opens portals of favor. Release it with expectation, and watch as heaven pours back multiplied grace. The oil of increase will locate every giver in this hour. The time of divine harvest is now.